Hi everyone, thank you for joining us tonight as we talk about back to school and how to help your kids with Young Living essential oils, especially during this time of the year. My special thanks to Melissa Cameron, who gave us permission to use her beautiful graphics. So here you see what we will be talking about tonight. So let's go ahead and get started. Some of you may already know that I am a long-time Young Living oiler. We started using Young Living essential oils in our home when our girls were in elementary school, when no one had even heard of essential oils. That was before the year 2000. We started using thieves on the soles of their feet when school began and the other kids were starting to get sick. If they did get a cold, I was very proactive about oiling them up as well as using thieves, oregano, and frankincense in capsules. This was before we had the Inner Defense product that we have now. Both girls got certificates of perfect attendance when they finished elementary school, and I'm sure that our Young Living lifestyle had lots to do with it. They used the oils through high school, and I made up a wellness kit for each daughter when they went to college. By then, they knew what to do. Now, our oldest daughter, Sonia, is a first-time mom, and she is learning how to use Young Living with her now almost 8-month-old son. So, if you are new to Young Living oils, why not start your story now? All right, folks, I need to read this, so I'm going to read it just like you see it. I am not a medical professional. I'm simply a mom who wants to share information with other parents. I want to empower others to take responsibility for their own health and the health of their family. The information included in this class is for educational purposes only and is not intended to diagnose, prescribe, or cure. This class is not meant to replace professional medical attention or advice. Advice and testimonies are all based on the use of Young Living brand of oils specifically. Use and application of this information is done solely at your own risk. We believe that when you give the body the support it needs, then the body can heal itself. Young Living is all about vibrant health, wellness, self-care, and taking charge of your lifestyle and wellness choices. We are not experts. You don't need to be an expert to make better choices for your health and wellness. And what a perfect time to be aware of health and wellness with back to school. Okay, we're going to be talking about some essential oil safety tips. First of all, if you are new to the oils and are not yet sure which oils are the hot oils, please check in your essential oils desk reference. It will tell you whether a single oil or a blend needs dilution. By dilution, we mean using a fatty or a vegetable oil together with the essential oil. This slows down the rate of absorption into the tissues and will soothe any possible irritation from a hot oil. The most commonly known hot oils are oregano, thyme, mountain savory, cinnamon bark, clove, lemongrass, wintergreen, and all blends that contain those, like thieves, for example. But then there are others that may be considered somewhat hot, depending on your personal skin type and body chemistry. For example, I have never diluted peppermint oil, but on some people, this oil feels hot, so they should dilute it until their body acclimates to it. We are talking now about topical use only. If you choose to use a hot oil internally for dietary use, you can use a veggie capsule. For example, if you get a drop of oil in your ear or your eye, don't splash with water. Water drives the oils deeper into the tissues. Take a cotton ball, put some V6 or other cooking or fatty oil that you have in your kitchen on the cotton ball, and touch it to your eye where you feel the stinging. You can put oils around the ear and around the eye, but not in them. As I said, if an oil feels uncomfortably warm on the skin, you would dilute it with a vegetable oil, or the best is the Young Living V6 oil for easy use with the pumper top. I only recommend ingesting Young Living brand oils. Now the citrus oils, They are what we call photosensitive. So you don't want to use lemon, lime, orange, grapefruit, bergamot, tangerine, any of those oils on your face or on your arms and go outside and play, have sports, or garden, because the citrus oils um, may cause burning to those areas. So you want to be careful and not use them in the sunlight. Also, if you're using citrus oils in your water, you want to make sure that you're using glass, stainless steel, or ceramic and not plastic or styrofoam. And this is true of any oil, not just the citrus oil, any oils that are safe for internal use. So what are essential oils? Well, they're the volatile aromatic liquids and resins and natural compounds that you find in plants. Most of them are extracted through steam distillation. They are safe and effective. They're often called the lifeblood of the plant. They deliver unique, naturally occurring chemical constituents and nutrients directly to the cellular level, and they're much more potent than dried herbs. They contain highly oxygenating molecules. So let's talk a little bit about drugs or essential oils as concerning the cells of our body. We have approximately 37 trillion cells in our body. And each of those cells have receptor sites, which are doors or pathways into the cell. Essential oils will clean the receptor sites so that nutrition and oxygen can get into the cell. But pharmaceutical drugs often block the receptor sites so that nutrition and oxygen cannot get into the cell. And those drugs are often called antagonists. There are many, many articles about this on the internet, so feel free to do your own research on this topic. So how do we use essential oils? Many of you may not be beginners, but for those of you who are, the first and most common way is to use them aromatically. And this is as simple as opening up the bottle of essential oils and just smelling the oil, or allowing one drop to come into just drop into the palm of your hand, rub your hands clockwise, and inhale. Now, if you're new to the oils, you may want to not snort right from the bottle or use your hands to bring them all the way up to your nose, but start maybe around your neck and see if that level is acceptable. Some of the oils, such as peppermint, are very concentrated, and you may not need to bring them all the way up to your nose. But you can also use a diffuser. When you diffuse oils, you are inhaling and processing them through your olfactory system, otherwise known as your nose. And basically, that connects straight to the center of your brain, often called the emotional brain or the limbic system. The diffusers will break down the oils into small molecules and put them into the air, helping you to cleanse the air and often to uplift your mood, and it just has many benefits as you run the diffuser in different rooms of your house. Or you may use them internally. Now this may include using the oils, dripping them into capsules and taking them that way, which is a really great way to use hot oils such as oregano or thyme, cinnamon, and clove. Or you can add them to water if they're not a hot oil, like we talked about with the citrus oils. They're wonderful in water. However, if you use an oil like peppermint, which is wonderful for promoting digestive health, that's a very concentrated oil, so you may want to start out by putting just one drop into a pitcher of water rather than just a glass of water. Always start with less. A little dab will do you. Then topically is another very common way to use the essential oils, simply by applying to your skin. And you can simply apply them where needed, on your head or on your chest, but a great way to start out with the essential oils, especially if you are new to essential oils, is the bottoms of the feet. As you see on this chart, all of your reflexology or acupuncture points are represented on the soles of the feet, so it's very easy for us to kind of cover all of our bases by using an oil on the soles of your feet. So this is a great way to start. So why Young Living? Nowadays there's a new essential oil company opening up just about every month, it seems like. And what sets us apart? First of all, I want to say that the U.S. has no standards for essential oils. And then in addition, marketing laws are very deceptive and very confusing for the consumer who's trying to understand what they are getting. So Young Living sets the standard for essential oil purity by a process called seed to seal. I really recommend watching the video clips on YouTube on this topic, especially the one on Distill, and I will post the link when we go live. The first step is seed. The seeds have to be carefully selected. In other words, it has to be the right genus and species to grow the right plant for the essential oil. But what Young Living does is it takes the seeds from the most robust plants in the field that will yield the finest oils. Secondly, cultivate. Growing the plants in the best environment in terms of soil quality, using aeration, special enzymes added to the soil, and proper pH. Also, of course, no pesticides or herbicides are ever used, and only pure water for irrigation. It's important to create the right soil environment for every herb that you grow. 3 is distill. Young Living uses a gentle, proprietary steam distillation technique as well as cold pressing and resin tapping methods for select oils. Adulteration of essential oils can happen in the distillation process. Some companies distill the same plant material multiple times, destroying many of the healing compounds with high pressure and high heat. Imagine what kind of coffee would you have if you ran water through the very same grounds for a third time around? Yet other essential oil companies do this. Young Living oils are only from the first distillation. Also, colorless, odorless solvents or synthetic constituents may be added at some point before the oil is actually bottled. Number 4 is testing. Young Living oils are never diluted, cut, or adulterated. Testing is done on each location where they are being distilled, with every batch. This helps them determine the right time for harvest and for distillation. 5 is seal. You can know for sure that only stainless steel or glass touches the oil as it comes out of the distillation chamber until they are tested, filled, and sealed in the bottles that you receive in your home. As you see here, this is Gary Young down below, and he is so passionate about our farms and is still completely instrumental in overseeing all of the farms where he directs the growth, harvest, and distillation process of our oils. And if you are already a wholesale member of Young Living, you know that you have the opportunity to go visit any of these farms at any time. So Young Living is the world leader in essential oils. We have over 11 farms all over the world at this point in time and growing, but each farm follows the very same process of seed to seal. When you see what is involved when you come to visit one of the farms, you will have a new respect for the power of these oils and the work that goes into manufacturing them. So here is our mission statement at Young Living. We honor our stewardship to champion nature's living energy, essential oils, by fostering a community of healing and discovery while inspiring individuals to wellness, purpose, and abundance. Now we're ready to empower your wellness. So this means you need to stock up on the necessities. First of all, we have the KidSense Mighty Zyme and KidSense Mighty Vites. The first is an all-natural vegetarian chewable tablet designed to give children added enzyme nutrition. The Mighty Vites is also a whole food multi-nutrient that contains superfruits, plants, and vegetables for a full spectrum of vitamins. Ningxia Red is a fantastic antioxidant infusion or drink that helps give sustained energy without caffeine, and it's just yummy. It tastes great cold or even as a frozen pop in the summertime. Then, of course, you've got our Thieves hand sanitizer. This is a wonderful thing to keep in the car or in your purse or have the kids carry in their backpack. It's made with the Thieves blend, which we will talk about in a minute. And this is safe for children of all ages because it has no alcohol in it. The alcohol has been denatured by peppermint oil, and many of the hand sanitizers on the market today are loaded with alcohol, causing sometimes children as young as 3 or 4 to get alcohol poisoning, which you won't have with our Thieves hand sanitizer. Then you've got the Thieves Oil Blend, which is the most popular blend that Young Living has. It's also in the premium starter kit. It has its name from a recipe that dates back to the times of the Black Plague, when thieves were using certain aromatics to rub on their bodies as they were robbing the dead and the dying, and yet they survived the plague. So hence the name Thieves. The other one, the other blend, the last blend here is Digize, and this is a fantastic blend to support the digestive system. So anytime you have tummy aches or issues after eating out or gas or things like that, that is just wonderful for children, not just for children, but for adults as well. It's certainly one of my go-to oils and one that I don't travel without. Do you have trouble getting everyone up at your house in the morning? Well, consider having some of these oils on hand. Lemon. Lemon is refreshing. It's a mental stimulant, an energy booster. It's great for a hot beverage in the morning, especially in the wintertime, with a spoonful of honey and a drop of orange to boot. It is just a great way to start your morning. It's also available in the premium starter kit as one of the oils. Peppermint, well, just a whiff of that will get just about anyone going. It helps everyone stay alert, as well as helping with mental accuracy. Also one of the stars in the premium starter kit. Orange, it's one of my favorite oils. It encourages relaxation, good for immune support. It supports normal cellular function, and it's very uplifting. I like to diffuse orange. It's the happy oil, and it's great to have going if your kids have had a rough or discouraging day. It's an uplifting oil, as are all of the citrus oils. And they are pretty inexpensive since they are so plentiful. Grapefruit is also energizing and uplifting and great for diffusing as well. It's also a great boost to the immune system. Energy is a blend that increases vitality and alertness. It's good for focus and it helps with brain fog. Using topically, you will want to dilute 1 part of this blend to 2 parts of Carrier or V6 oil, as this blend contains rosemary, juniper, lemongrass, nutmeg, balsam fir, clove, and black pepper. Lemongrass is a hot oil. Clove and black pepper are hot oils. So you want to remember the hot oils, and if they're found in a blend, you want to first use them either on the bottoms of your feet or dilute them if you're going to use them elsewhere on the body. Well, this slide is pretty self-explanatory, and I won't say any more about it, except that you may want to jot down this do-it-yourself spray in case it's needed. And of course, the KidSense shampoo is great. So in this recipe, we have 20 drops of lavender, 20 drops of rosemary, in ½ an ounce of witch hazel, 1½ ounces of water, in a 2-ounce spray bottle. So this may be a good thing you want to keep on hand. Chill out blend for mommies. Wow, this is just wonderful. I think this would be really for anyone. You don't have to be a mom. But actually, this is a great idea for making your own personal roll-on. Even though Stress Away and lavender both come in your everyday oil starter kit, and any oil can be turned into a roll-on. So the two there on the bottom, Stress Away and lavender, you'll find in your kit. And if you like Stress Away by itself, you can just turn it into a roll-on. I know I keep that in my purse as well. Also, you can order empty roll-on bottles from a variety of sources. You can find them on Amazon or from Molly Burnett. She has a Facebook page called Young Living Resources, and I'll provide these links when we go live. Life Science Publishers and Abundant Health for You all have a bunch of accessories like the roll-on bottles that you can use. Homework helpers. Often kids just don't want to settle down to homework after a day at school, so they need some help. The new math especially has come around again, and that is challenging for parents trying to help out as well. So let's look at some of these blends. The first one is Clarity. I love this blend. I allow one drop to fall onto the top of my head and massage it in. Even if at first they don't care for the smell of an oil or a blend, stay with it, as it may just be exactly what they need and they will grow to love it. Clarity amplifies mental alertness, it promotes a clear mind, increases alertness even when you're overly tired. So it's great to use when you've got a paper that's due the next morning and you just don't have the energy to finish up. Brain Power. This is also an incredibly powerful blend. This promotes deep concentration, and who can't use that? It helps to channel physical energy into mental energy. There are 3 of the biblical oils in this blend, and they all have high sesquiterpene levels, meaning that they bring lots of oxygen to the brain. These oils also help dissolve petrochemicals that congest receptor sites and thereby clearing the brain fog. Genius. Well, the name says it all. It helps you to stay on task. It helps with concentration and problem solving. It is one of the newest Kids Sense oil blends. This oil is already pre-diluted with a carrier oil, so it's great for little ones, and it's great for adults as well. Motivation. Need to get them going, or maybe yourself? Try this blend for providing some positive energy to help overcome feelings of fear and procrastination. Motivation helps you get started. It helps with feelings of action and accomplishment. There's another oil blend that is not mentioned here, and it's one of my favorites. It's called Gathering. It also helps a lot for staying on task and is a combination of several biblical oils. It smells great as well, so you might want to add that into the mix. Every parent wants their children to be able to sleep well at night. What's bedtime like at your house? Are your kids overactive, overstimulated, or just too tired? We have some great sleepy time options, really for all ages. Sleepy Eyes. This is one of our Kids Sense oils, which are pre-diluted with a carrier oil, as I mentioned before, and especially designed for little ones. Our oldest daughter has been using this on our grandson, Graham, as part of his bedtime routine on the soles of his feet since he was about 3 months old. Lavender oil, geranium, Roman chamomile, tangerine, bergamot, sacred frankincense, valerian, and rue oil make this a very special blend. Secondly, cedarwood. Cedarwood is one of the biblical oils. It's known for its calming and grounding properties. It also stimulates the pineal gland, which releases melatonin. That's also great for a foot rub before going to bed. I just thought about this, but cedarwood also would be good to use first thing in the morning, especially if there's anxiety about taking tests. Next is lavender, and that's probably the most popular oil in our premium starter kit. The all-time favorite with very relaxing properties. It's great to rub on the feet before bedtime, or to put a drop or two on your hands and brush the pillows. Some people have even made a linen spray with lavender, where they just take some distilled water in a small glass sprayer bottle and add about 10 or 12 drops of lavender and just, mist the linens with that. Next is Peace and Calming 2. That's great to diffuse in the evenings to calm everyone down. And then we have 2 roll-on options. We have Tranquil and we have Rutavala. Find out which is your personal favorite, or just keep both on hand. Tranquil contains lavender, cedarwood, and Roman chamomile, 3 well-known calming oils. Rutavala combines ruta, valerian, and lavender. If you've never smelled valerian before, it has a very earthy smell, and that's putting it nicely. Researchers have long known that valerian has a calming effect on the nervous system and restlessness in general. This blend is emotionally balancing and great on the back of the neck or on the feet, even if it is a little stinky. For me personally, it's a familiar smell. My mom used valerian tincture when we were children. Rutavala is also something that I like when I'm dealing with any kind of anxiousness, or if I have to give a talk, or if I have to take a test. You can use Rutavala. You can try it at the very beginning with just 2 or 3 drops in a capsule form, and it is extremely calming. My husband has used that when going on interviews, and it's really helped him every time. Sports essentials. Wow, lots of great support for the athletes in your family. So oil up, train hard, and stay healthy. I'm going to spend a little time going through some of these that you may not be familiar with. So let's start with Sulfurzyme. Sulfurzyme, they're actually capsules. Sulfurzyme is a combo of MSM, which is an organic sulfur, and a protein-building compound, together with the Ningxia wolfberry. MSM equalizes the pressure inside of the cells, which is beneficial for inflammatory type of sports injuries, which happens often, especially with teenagers. Orthosport massage oil is designed for anyone who plays hard. Orthosport has a higher phenol content, which has been used traditionally to produce a warming sensation and provide relief to tired muscles. We also have a massage oil called Ortho Ease, which is used in the raindrop technique. Orthosport is a little more powerful and designed especially for athletes or people who are very active. New on the hit parade is Cool Azul Sports Gel. This is a new product that was just introduced this summer. It delivers a cooling sensation to the skin with a unique plant-based formula. It contains an unparalleled amount of essential oils, a full 10% of the whole formula. That means that each tube, which is 3.4 ounces, contains enough essential oils to more than fill a 10 milliliter bottle. This amount is much, much higher than similar products on the market, more than 2 or 3 times as much in some cases. Also, this formula features 13 distinct essential oils that work together for a power-packed oil blend. Young Living's exclusive Dorado Azul, which comes from Ecuador, peppermint, wintergreen, sage, copaiba, plectranthus, oregano, also from Ecuador, tea tree, lavender, blue cypress, elemi, caraway seed, vetiver, and German chamomile. Then the base of this gel is aloe vera, whereas other comparable products use water as their main ingredient. That explains why the others are so cheap. Protein choices. Every athlete can use some extra protein. Pure Protein Complete is a protein supplement that combines a special 5-protein blend, amino acids, and ancient peat and apple extract to deliver 25 grams of protein per serving in 2 delicious flavors, vanilla spice and chocolate deluxe. They really both are excellent. They taste great. Its foundation is cow and goat whey, pea protein, egg white protein, and organic hemp seed protein, which provide a full range of amino acids. Please note, if you are allergic to any of these items, then this is not the choice for you. The other option is Power Meal. Power Meal is a delicious, satisfying rice-based meal replacement, so it's vegetarian, rich in calcium, antioxidants, and amino acids, and it delivers an impressive 20 grams of protein per serving, plus a complete vitamin, mineral, and enzyme profile. Now you see that obviously proteins help to build lean muscle mass, they sustain energy, enhance enzyme activity, and strengthens immunity. I personally use the Pure Protein Complete often in the mornings for my breakfast shakes. Now the Ningxia Red products, we have 3 different drinks, and what I'd like to do is I'll share a link that explains what the difference is on each of those 3 items. Right now I'll say that the Ningxia Zing and the Ningxia Nitro both do contain caffeine from natural sources such as green tea or chocolate. The Ningxia Red that comes in the packets or in the regular glass bottles does not contain any caffeine. So all of these are incredible for energy, but if you do want some caffeine, then the Ningxia Nitro or the Ningxia Zing is the way to go, and we will compare all 3 of those products when we go live in the link that I will show you. Next is marjoram, and it may be kind of hard for you to see on the screen, but marjoram is known for soothing muscle tension as well as occasional simple nervous tension. Then next to that we have lemongrass, which is also relaxing and calming to the muscles. But in addition, lemongrass is great for ligaments and connective tissues especially. However, with lemongrass comes a caution. It is a very hot oil. So please dilute 1 part lemongrass to 4 parts V6 or carrier oil. Now, I'm speaking mainly for myself. However, if you look it up, you will see that it has that very same advice. But sometimes one part of the body is not sensitive to a hot oil and another one is. As an example, my mom was using lemongrass oil extensively on her knee following some knee surgery, and she had no problems using it neat or straight up. However, when she tried to put the same oil on her shoulders, she broke out in an angry rash, and that needed to be diluted with a carrier oil. So you can always try a little bit first on the section that you want to put it on and see how your body responds, but it's always best to be safe and dilute a hot oil first. Panaway, well, the name says it all. So I have never found it necessary to dilute this blend, but you may want to. Wintergreen is in there, and that's considered a hot oil. However, it's not hot for me, and I have very sensitive skin. So again, we're all different. Panaway also is in the Everyday Oils Starter Kit, and this is normally quite a costly oil because it has helichrysum in it, and helichrysum is an oil that is very difficult to manufacture, but it's great for various types of pain. Next comes Copaiba. Copaiba is also in your Everyday Oils Starter Kit. This soothes minor physical injuries or discomfort, You can use it just a couple of drops in a small glass of water. This is an interesting oil that comes from South America, from the rainforest, and is actually tapped from a tree. Next is Deep Relief, and that is a wonderful roll-on for a variety of aches, pains, sore muscles. It's good to have on hand at all times. Next we have Aromaseas. Aromaseas is also used in the raindrop technique. It's a wonderful blend for massaging into sore muscles. And then peppermint, our all-time favorite, and it's in the kit as well. It's cooling, refreshing, and uplifting. So if you have these products, you will feel better prepared for all the owies your team may get. Now the KidSense collection, Young Living has great products just for children, and the oils in the KidSense collection are now available for individual purchase. Some of these blends have very exotic and costly oils in them. Some of them you may never have heard of if you look them up. Gary always wants the very best for our children, but sometimes these are somewhat limited in supply. So I suggest that if you like any of these oils listed above, and their names are all self-explanatory. Genius, we actually touched on that before. Bite Buster, Sniffle Ease, Tummy Gize, Owie, and Sleepy Eyes. Each of these are available by themselves, so you can either through your Essential Rewards order or simply through a quick order, you can order these oils. The collection as a whole is out of stock simply because there are one or two oils in some of these blends that are rare or maybe out of season, but you can get most of them individually. So all of the products in the KidSense selection use our therapeutic grade oils. They're all infused with the essential oils. There are no synthetic perfumes, no artificial coloring, no toxic ingredients. So definitely this is the way to go for the children in your home. Also, if you are a wholesale member already at this time, you can go to the member resources in your virtual office and you can actually find out why something is out of stock, if it shows up as out of stock. Often it is because the oil or the product is being either reformulated, or sometimes it's because one oil or an ingredient in the oil blend is available seasonally only. So after a while, when you learn what your favorites are, you will learn to always have two of the items that you need all of the time. Healthy nutrition. This is a passion of mine, and I want to focus here on this slide basically on the einkorn. Einkorn means one grain, and it is the wheat the way God created it originally to be. It is an ancient, non-hybridized grain with only 14 chromosomes. The wheat available to us today on our market has been hybridized many times over. It grows really short for easy harvesting, and now it has 42 chromosomes. Gary Young has written a book called Ancient Einkorn, Today's Staff of Life. And I'm going to quote just a paragraph from his book. Our bodies were designed, and here's the quote, our bodies were designed to digest natural wild grasses such as einkorn with 14 chromosomes, not the hybridized 42 chromosome monstrosities that we don't have the proper enzymes to digest. For those with gluten sensitivity, a natural form of gluten from a 14 chromosome grass like einkorn will likely not cause a reaction because the body recognizes it as a digestible food. But when a hybridized food with an unnatural protein structure created from a 42 chromosome man-made wheat enters the gut, The body has extreme difficulty in digesting it. It's no wonder that we have so many people, both young and old alike, suffering from inflammatory bowel conditions. Please note, however, if you have a celiac diagnosis, the einkorn flour still does contain some gluten. However, the amount of gluten in einkorn is only 1.21% versus 9.2% in all-purpose flour or 9.92% in whole wheat flour. As someone with a gluten sensitivity, I have been able to enjoy products that I make from the einkorn flour without the bloating and discomfort I get from other wheat products. So you see here in this slide, you can also see the difference between the einkorn wheat on the left and then the hybrid wheat, which is where we get our flour from today. The other point that's mentioned here is there are many gluten-free products that are not necessarily healthy because they're filled with sugar and many other products that are not necessarily good for you. So the point here is that yes, gluten is not good for everyone, but if you have gluten from a non-hybridized wheat such as einkorn, it is not as dangerous for you, or it can even be beneficial for you and will not necessarily cause the difficulties that eating hybridized wheat will. Okay, how to get started. If you're viewing this and you are not a wholesale member of Young Living, the best way to start is with the Premium Starter Kit with the Everyday Oils. In this kit, you will receive 11 of our most popular essential oils, a diffuser, sample packets of Ningxia Red, and shareable materials including sample packets, a roller ball, and more. It's everything you need to discover the products for yourself and get immersed in the Young Living lifestyle. And what you see in this picture is the Dewdrop diffuser. This kit with the Dewdrop diffuser is currently priced at $160 plus tax and shipping. So what do you get with a wholesale membership? Well, you get a lifetime wholesale membership pricing as long as you place one 50 PV, that's personal volume order, at one time during a 12-month period. You will get 24% off of all retail pricing. You have the option for Essential Rewards, which is our monthly ordering program. You get exclusive experiences like being able to go to a lavender harvest or a winter harvest in Canada. You become part of a community of like-minded people. You have an opportunity for educational classes, seminars, and more. You have recognition if you choose to share this with others. And there is no commitment. If you only want to place one order a year, that is your choice. So we invite you to join our community of wellness and consider starting out with the Everyday Oils Kit. I want to mention something about Essential Rewards. Essential Rewards is our monthly ordering program, which is not mandatory, but which is terrific. So if you do not do it, you actually leave money on the table. If you wish to try it, you will have to agree to a 50 PV per month order, which is usually $50 plus tax and shipping. 95% of all the Young Living products have the same dollar PV amount. However, there are certain items that do not have the same dollar PV amount. Those are just a few select oils. The most costly ones, such as rose oil and Melissa oil, are two examples where the PV and the dollar amount differ. And then the diffusers do not have full PV. And then any of the educational or marketing materials don't have any PV. So If you do place an order through the Essential Rewards program, always check and make sure that you have the 50 PV amount. Then what you can do is, if you choose to do this program, you simply pick a day of the month for your order, and you have until midnight of that day to change your selection for the next order. So it's a great way to try new products every month, and you will earn points on each order. The first 6 months you earn 10% of your total order. After 6 months, it goes up to 15% of your total order. And after a year on Essential Rewards, you earn 20% on every order that you place. Some people choose to save up their points, and Young Living allows you to use up 350 of those points at one time, but not more than that. And for some people, that could be several months of saving. For others, they might get that really quick. Some people choose to save up their points and get some gifts for their family, or get special items that is maybe not on their budget, but skincare items, or like our Art skincare line, or frankincense oil, or some of the more costly items. One premium kit plus 3 friends equals a $150 bonus. What's that all about? All right, well, if you fall in love with your oils and you want to share how they are helping you with any friends or family, if 3 others get the same premium starter kit, Young Living thanks you with a referral bonus of $50 per kit. That helps you with your initial investment, while at the same time giving the gift of health to those you care about. So I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. I wish you all a healthy, productive school year. I will be available live during the hours listed for comments or questions. So everyone, keep calm and oil on.